Hey guys, it's Krozo, and today I'm back with another video. I'm talking about the Destro Warlock Mage Tower. So I didn't really play in Legion, and this is my first time ever actually getting to try the Mage Tower, and it was actually so much fun. I got frustrated sometimes because it's actually really difficult, but overall I had a great time. So hopefully I can show you some stuff today in this video that'll help you get through it faster than I did, because it took me quite a bit, I'll be honest. But let's get started with talents. So in the 15 row, I would flashover. Flashover is just genuinely good for Destro in like all scenarios. The extra conflagrate damage though is actually noticeable. In I'm gonna call it the intermission, where the snake goes underground and the ads respond, because they don't have very much health as it is, and the instant cast damage on them is super good. You can cataclysm them and then flash over, and they're pretty much already low enough to shadow burn. So these talents really work well together. So yeah, I talked about Shadowburn already, but Shadowburn's great for those ads. Shadowburn is great for the totems that the boss spawns. They get one shot by like anything, so just having the instant cast, the soul shard like not spender, whatever, it's really good. In the 30 row, I run Dark Pact. Dark Pact was really helpful as like an oh shit button, or if I was just getting low, I could use it, and it was like a little buffer, very helpful. But I think Demon Skin is also not that bad. I used Dark Pact quite a bit, Drain Life, all these things, but Soul Leech was still my top healing overall. Because this fight, you're really just taking consistent damage, unless you take damage from avoidable damage. So if you find yourself not, well, I guess if you're not messing up the mechanics anyways, you're gonna kill it pretty quickly. But this might not be that bad. I don't know, but this is probably just safer as it is. 35 row Cataclysm, it's just a must-have. Having it to kill the ads in the intermission is super good. You can use it on the boss and the worm too. I don't know. It's it's like the best thing in this row for every scenario ever, honestly. In the 40 row, Mortal Coil is the way to go for sure. Having the healing, it's really good for this fight because you're always taking damage. Having the instant CC is also really great because you have to interrupt so many abilities and stop so many casts, blah blah blah. Mortal Coil is all around fantastic. In the 45 row, Roaring Blaze is just best. Increase your damage. It's like a passive thing you don't notice. It's nice. Reign of Chaos and Grimoire Sacrifice aren't really all that it. And then the 50 row, I like Dark Soul. I tried Channel Demon Fire my first couple of attempts with like Cataclysm, Channel Demon Fire on the ads and the intermission, but it just felt kind of weird. I don't know. I prefer having Dark Soul bursting harder when I get my chance to actually cast and burst. And yeah, that's it for talents. So my gear, when I went into it, I saw people like doing crafting online about certain heirlooms or like time walking gear and stuff you can wear. I just wore my normal raid set, honestly. I don't have those things, so I don't really care too much about it. Notably, your legendary doesn't work. None of your Shadowland stuffs work. Your Covenant, so don't worry about those. Just wear your gear with your best stats, I guess. I hadn't min-maxed my stats too much. I just had to focus on mechanics, so gear isn't the problem. I think it's just mechanics. Alright, so now I want to talk about mechanics. First one's going to be Fell Burst, the Blood Totem cast. That's definitely going to end up killing you a lot if you can't kick it. So having Curse of Tongues on him is really important, so you can make sure you get your CC off in time. And I also made like a simple like at focus spell lock macro, so if I was tab targeting mobs, I would never end up missing my kick. I'll link that down in the description if you want to copy it. It was super helpful for me. The next mechanic we're going to deal with is the Fell Totem. And the Fell Totem spawn, they have like 1 HP, they die instantly to Shadow Burn or Conflagrate, so it shouldn't be a problem to kill them. It's just there's so much going on, sometimes you'll miss it. And if you do miss it like this, you'll be stunned for 4 seconds, which is really gonna hurt. And the snake's main ability is going to be Sonic Scream. It's about like a 3 or 4 second cast, and then if it finishes, it does a good bit of damage to you, and then silences you if you're caught mid-cast. So always interrupting it's best, like with CC, so you just don't take the damage, I always just try and fear. And one thing you can do is you can fear him as soon as he comes up from like the quote-unquote intermission phase. You'll see here I'm doing it in this clip. As soon as he comes up, I start fearing him instantly, and he'll always cast it there. So interrupting that one's a guaranteed easy one. You don't want to end up missing it like me, because this was a very depressing way to lose. I got a bit distracted. Yeah. And the last thing I want to talk about is the intermission, or like what I've been calling intermission. Blood Totem's going to cast Earthquake. It'll make some rocks and eggs fall from the ceiling. If the rocks land on you, they'll do a bunch of damage, so don't get hit. And these eggs will, if you don't kill the eggs in time, more worms will spawn, which just shoot like these green circles at you. You gotta dodge, so use Cataclysm, Rain of Fire, Conflagrate, Shadowburn to kill those pretty quickly. They don't have much health, so it should be fine. And the big worm is gonna burrow. He burrows underground and he'll start charging at you. You'll see in chat, like the orange emote text, it'll say that he is ready to charge. When he does that, he'll pop his head up out of the ground, and then he'll go under and start charging at you. What you want to do in this phase is position your character near these little rocks on the ground, and he'll charge through them. What happens when he charges through them is that he'll lose stacks of this buff he has. Like when the fight starts, he has 9 stacks of this buff, and each stack makes him take 10% reduced damage. So each time you make him go through one of those rocks, he'll lose 1 stack of this buff, so you'll be able to kill him eventually. Alright, and from here I'm just gonna like play the clip of when I successfully finished the Destro Mage Tower. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them on the bottom. And I will be the first to say, this is a bit of a sloppy kill. It was one of my worst ones, but I ended up killing it, so I'm happy I finished it regardless. And thanks for watching. Hey guys, editing Crozo here. I forgot to mention the enrage at the end of the fight. So if you kill Blood Totem before the big behemoth worm, the worm's gonna enrage like you'll see here. The enrage is a 240% damage increase. His auto attacks and stuff, you should be able to drain life and get through it no problem. But it is super crucial that you interrupt his sonic scream here, the silence. Because if it gets off, it's gonna hit really, really hard. So just make sure you're CCing him here on his casts, and it should be easy cleanup.